How we doing, retro fans? Today is the day we're trading it all in. All 500 of them, and trade them in for one retro grail.
And 59 pence on voucher.
I think I got the one
Cash
is.
is...
And it's Hello from the man in yellow. Very Merry Christmas to everyone. And it is a very Merry Christmas indeed, because finally I've had the opportunity to gather all of those games together and trade them in for one retro grail that I've had on my hunt list for a long time. And I doubt I'm going to ever find that in the wild. And the money that these things are costing, I think this was the best opportunity of me ever having one of these in my collection. We are at this beautiful town of my hometown of Reading, and we're trading in those fantastic games at my local CEX just there. So let's go check it out and see what goodies we can trade in for this lot. But before I even show you that lot, there must be a question on your mind. Why are you doing this, retro holder? Why are you doing this? Well, like I said, I've needed the space, and this is more of a retro channel, and I love my nostalgic retro 80s and 90s collection. Unfortunately, with me doing these toy hunts at these car boot fairs, I have not had the luck with all these retro gaming figures, grails. So I thought it would be a great idea. Why not collect all the more modern games and then accumulate a great mass to then make a video for you to see what retro grail they would trade in exchange for it all. And of course, me going physically down to CEX rather than doing it actually online, because I know that is painstaking within itself. It is going to take a bit of time to go through. Like I said, these have been mass accumulated throughout all the car boot hauls that I've done throughout 2023 and a few pickup hauls that are along the way. So what I'm actually trading in to accumulate to nearly 500 games worth is the following: 150 PlayStation 2 games, 120 Xbox original games, 23 PlayStation 3 games, 98 Xbox 360 games, 12 Xbox One games, 10 PS4 games, 28 PC games, 7 PSP games, 8 GameCube games, 8 Wii games, 3 Sega Genesis games, 3 Switch games, 2 DS games, 2 Game Gears, and a partridge in a pear tree. Of course, me going down there physically with all of these games and them checking them out is going to take a little bit of time. So I saw this as an opportunity to have a look around my local store, and was it something I was going to be able to take away today?
Miami. Party in Miami. Miami. Party in Miami. Miami. Party in Miami. Yeah. Miami. Gonna party with me? Party in
There we go. We've got our lovely receipt exchange for the trade-in, and let's see what we can retro goodness I can showcase for you when we get back to the retro room. Let's have a look. So finally, after we've got rid of all of that lot, as you saw, I come out with a huge receipt. Now, I don't know if you know this, but actually upon one single transaction, CEX are only allowed a maximum of 250 items. This wasn't actually realised at the time, so they've had to go back and take off nearly half of it to do it as a separate transaction again. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. But look at the size of this receipt. And that's just one. But before I do show you the results, let me clear some space, because unfortunately as you can see, I also did get a few of them rejected. Yes, as I said, hindsight is a wonderful thing. So out of the total that I went into trading with CEX, I've actually had 44 of these games and items rejected. And let me just quickly show, for future reference, for any of you guys that are thinking of doing this, a lot of these, why they got rejected. just so you guys don't make the same mistake I did, and making sure you don't have the same issue with getting all these ones rejected too. So 3 of these got rejected because they do have a case but don't have any colour. So make sure you keep your covers for those ones. So a lot of these, as I'm going through them, from what I can remember, are pretty minuscule. Their excuses were they can see slight hairline cracks, or there's a slight bit of damage to the actual disc in the middle. So of course it must be one of their policies that they're not going to take it in that condition. So again, that's something for you guys to remember. Make sure you check through those little bits in the middle very thoroughly. Now, a few of these PC games actually did get rejected because I was unawares, but they actually do have to be in a sealed condition before they can trade those ones in. Always be careful, guys, and make sure you look through of any cases that may be damaged, because those ones will not be exchanged either. Now, this was the best excuse. Their excuse for not having these ones was because they're too old for their system. But anyway, so I could understand. I did say on one of my previous videos I probably was going to throw these ones in the bin. So we've got FIFA, some index disc install one. Yes, no words needed for that one. And again, another FIFA one for that one there. So make sure you clear out all your FIFA ones and any install discs from that lot. More FIFA ones there. Another one that might be interesting for you guys, make sure you clear out all of your rental copy games, because those ones, they don't want them either. But the last reason, through my inexperience of obviously doing this, naturally there was a few that I found that didn't have any English certificates on those, and in between that apparently there was a dead bug in another one. Lovely. And even with the opportunity of trading in a PlayStation 4 controller, serial numbers rubbed off. How did I miss that? And last one we've got with an Australian rating, so they don't take any of those ones either. But let's see what I've managed to grab for all of these traded in, and let's have a look at this incredible retro grail. Here they are, my 2 vouchers that I got in exchange. So I managed to get £460.50. Wonderful stuff. So I've then traded it in for this one retro grail game, which I'm going to showcase for you now. I'm so sorry. What have I done? I was sure, I was certain this was going to be the game. I'm so sorry. But there happens to be a Christmas present, a delayed Christmas present for one of the daughters. How, I can't believe it. But like I said, I've got that money in vouchers to go spend on what was going to be Pirates of the Dark Water on the Mega Drive, boxed and hopefully in a very good mint condition. Oh, I feel like I've let you down. I feel I've let myself down, building up all that hype. Not necessarily for nothing, because I've given you what I was intended to show you. But when I do have that package sometime throughout the Christmas period, I promise I will make it a little short on the channel to showcase that I do actually have that in hand. But like I said, that is what the money is going to be exchanged for trading in all of these 500 games, and hopefully I'll be able to continue the hunts next year, and we'll be adding some more retro grails into that gaming collection. Again, I can only apologise, guys. I thought it was there. I thought it was there to showcase for you, cashed in for Christmas, but it hasn't turned up yet. So I do apologise, but thank you ever so much for sticking with me. I hope it has been informative and entertaining. And as always, if you see me in the yellow, come and say hello. Stay awesome, always having fun. And I'll most definitely see you guys next time. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.